Watch my acting debut on As the World Turns, Monday at 11.
Tonight, Senator Edward Kennedy is hospitalized after suffering a seizure at his Cape Cod home. We'll have the latest on his condition. I'm Russ Mitchell. Also tonight, Myanmar's military is forcing cyclone victims out of safe havens and back to their ruined villages. We'll show you the exclusive pictures. The opening shot in the political war over guns in the 2008 election. And marriage in a time of war. How this father gave away his daughter long distance.
I miss my daughter's wedding. And that struck really deep in my heart.
This is the CBS Evening News with Russ Mitchell.
And good evening. We begin with news of an American political icon in the hospital tonight. Massachusetts Senator Edward Kennedy was airlifted from his Cape Cod home this morning after suffering what was first described as stroke-like symptoms. Tonight, his office says Senator Kennedy suffered a seizure and is resting comfortably, but sources tell CBS News he is not out of the woods yet. He remains at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston this evening, and that's where Jeff Gloria is with the latest. Jeff, good evening.
Ross, good evening to you. Sources close to the family actually tell CBS News that Kennedy had two seizures, the first happening while he was walking the family dogs outside the family compound on Cape Cod this morning. After first checking into a local hospital, Kennedy was medevaced to Boston's Bigger Mass General at 10:10 this morning. Along the way, sources say he suffered a second, more serious seizure. Now reportedly resting comfortably, even joking around, a spokesperson for the senator says he's undergoing a, quote, battery of tests, but it could be 48 hours before full results are known. Kennedy, now 76 years old, remains the most prominent living member of the famous American political dynasty that's been repeatedly touched by tragedy. Brother John assassinated while president, Bobby while running for president.
Pray that what he was to us, what he wished for others, will someday come to pass for all the world.
In the Senate since 1962, Ted Kennedy's currently that body's second longest-serving member, a fiercely liberal, often controversial standard-bearer for the American left.
Time and again, Kennedy has been fearless in pushing the issues that he cares about, and there's not a Democratic Party platform that doesn't have the big thumbprints of Ted Kennedy smack in the middle of it.
Members of the Kennedy clan, including his children and niece Carolyn, have been to visit this afternoon. Outside Boston, quick reaction from around the country and on the campaign trail from all three candidates. No one missing the fact that, ironically, a focus on health care has been a large part of Kennedy's record. Democratic frontrunner Barack Obama got Kennedy's endorsement.
Ted Kennedy is a giant in American political history. He's done more for the health care of others than just about anybody in history, and so we are going to be rooting for him.
And our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family.
Republican John McCain, who's crossed the aisle to work with Kennedy, called him a friend. He is a legendary lawmaker, and I have the highest respect for him. This is not Kennedy's first time at this hospital. He had surgery last October to clear a blocked artery. Russ?
Jeff, any idea at this point how long Senator Kennedy will be in the hospital?
The hospital has scheduled no news conferences, Russ. He'll almost surely be here through the night, probably a couple nights, but at this point, doctors have not said when he'll get out.
Okay, Jeff Gloria in Boston, thank you so much. For more on Senator Kennedy's health, let's turn to CBS News medical correspondent Dr. Emily Sine. And Emily, from what you know thus far, is there any way to know exactly what Senator Kennedy's condition is tonight?
You know, it's very hard to tell. We are hearing that he is awake, he's alert, he's joking. Certainly that is an indication that he's not in any grave or imminent danger. But because the information we have is so sketchy, I think it's almost impossible to make any sort of medium or long-term prediction about the outcome of today's events.
As I said earlier today, we were hearing the word stroke. Later we heard seizures. Give us a medical definition of those terms, and are they connected at all?
Yeah, well, you know, it's very interesting. Stroke occurs when blood flow to the brain is disrupted. Seizures occur when the electrical activity inside the brain is disrupted. To a layperson, these two problems can look quite similar. Even to doctors, it can be confusing to try to figure out which is which. And to even complicate matters further, strokes can sometimes themselves lead to seizures.
Any idea what caused today's seizure?
No idea at all. The causes of seizures are so long and so many different causes of seizures, everything from brain tumors to infections to alcohol, drug withdrawal. The list is very, very long. Metabolic problems. To really figure it out may take some time for anybody.
I know Senator Kennedy had an operation last October to I guess, alleviate a stroke, I guess, to avoid a stroke.
That's right.
Did that come into play at all today, possibly?
You know, very hard to say. What he had back then was called a carotid endarterectomy. This is a procedure where doctors remove plaque inside the carotid arteries. The reason for that is that if that plaque is there, it can break off and cause a stroke, or it can limit blood flow to the brain. Exactly how that plays into today's events, no idea at all at this point.
Okay, Dr. Emily Sine, as always, thank you so much. Thanks, and now to Campaign 08 and the fight for votes among gun owners. Members of the National Rifle Association are meeting this weekend, and those running for the White House are once again taking the battle to each other. Kimberly Dozier reports.
If you're running for president, this is a prime constituency to target, the powerful and wealthy National Rifle Association. On Friday, de facto Republican nominee John McCain visited the right spot to court them, but probably didn't choose the right bait. A fitting metaphor for his uncomfortable relationship with the NRA. He's dogged by a series of 8-year-old ads urging greater regulation at gun shows.
Many were later used in crimes. That's wrong.
The NRA labeled this Vietnam War hero a little too middle of the road. So this visit yesterday was about making amends and pointing out the only other options.
If either Senator Clinton or Senator Obama is elected president, the rights of law-abiding gun owners will be at risk, my friends, and have no doubt about it.
Republican stalwarts piled on, hitting leading Democratic candidate Barack Obama with both barrels.
All, as he said, because we're bitter and economically anxious, we cling to our guns and we cling to our faith. Does that make us clingers? Or does that make us Klingons? I don't know.
Surely a sign of the head-to-head campaign to come, the war for the working class vote, where Clinton and McCain are leading in the polls and Obama is fighting for ground.
So don't let anybody tell you that I'm trying to take away your right to bear arms. I believe in the Second Amendment.
Hillary Clinton chose to duck Friday's NRA barbs. All three candidates actually favor some increases in gun control, specifically keeping guns away from people with criminal records or a history of mental illness.
McCain's challenge is to prove to the gun owners that he's far enough to the right to win them over, or that his opponents are far enough to the left to scare the gun owners to his side. Russ?
Kimberly Dozier in Washington, thank you very much. Overseas, President Bush traveled today to the Egyptian resort town of Sharm el-Sheikh, the final stop of his Mideast mission. Mr. Bush told Egyptian President Mubarak that he is, quote, absolutely committed to reaching an Israeli-Palestinian peace deal by next January. Mr. Bush also met with Afghan President Hamid Karzai. A major aftershock disrupted search efforts for victims of this week's disastrous earthquake in southwestern China. The tremor lasted almost a minute and sent terrified people racing for safety. China's president was talking to rescue workers when the ground began to shake, and thousands were evacuated as fears grew that blocked rivers might overflow. Officials say the death toll will exceed some 50,000. The official toll of the dead and missing from the cyclone in Myanmar was raised today to nearly 134,000. The humanitarian crisis there is deepening as the ruling military powers continue to block most foreign aid from getting to survivors. And tonight, an eyewitness inside Myanmar, whose name we are withholding for his own safety, has this exclusive report on a new scandal unfolding there.
They're victims of a natural disaster. They're also a national secret. The government of Myanmar doesn't want the world to see these survivors. We had to sneak past military checkpoints to find them at a monastery in the town of Suliman. The monks share their food with the survivors. They offer them a patch of dry land to sleep on, but they can't protect them. The government is forcing people out of the monasteries and back to their villages, where there's no shelter, no food, no clean water. More than 2 weeks after the storm, survivors are still on the run. A nearby soccer stadium is now home to 173 families.
Did they walk here? Yes. They walked? Yes. All the way? Yes.
Tin Mao Tun is a village elder. He knows that the government might punish him for talking to foreigners, but wants us to see his people suffering.
She is 79 years old.
When they left their villages, they took only what they could carry with them and left everything else behind. Since then, they've been relying on handouts.
Donation from people? Yes. People come and give. Yes.
Under pressure from the international community, the government is finally allowing more planes to land at the airport, more aid workers into the country. Aid officials suspect some supplies are being diverted, which means they're not reaching those who need the most.
Did the government come to give you food? No.
In fact, Mautun expects that when the military does finally get here, it will not be to help his people, but to evict them.
Dangerous to talk about.
Nature destroyed their homes, but it's their own government that's starving them. Uprooted and isolated, the villagers have no way of knowing that the whole world is trying to send them the help they need.
A report tonight from Myanmar. Still ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News, when a father of the bride is deployed to Iraq, his family finds a very modern way to help tie the knot. And when we come back, why the government wants to speed up trials at Guantanamo Bay.
Hello, may I help you?
Yes, Clyde and Keith to see Emmett Smith. Emmett, your gray facial hair has put you in a rocking chair. Your beard is weird. Your stash is trash. Oh, it's bad.
Just for Men Gel penetrates tough gray and puts it away in 5 easy minutes. His edge is back.
He's right on track.
Backfield in motion.
He moves and grooves. He scores! Just for Men Gel.
Keep your edge.
How do the professionals fight bugs? They put down a barrier that stops them dead. Now you can too. Presenting Ortho Home Defense Max. Now one easy application, inside and out, controls bugs for up to 12 full months. Ortho forms a barrier, killing the bugs you have, stopping new ones from coming in. For year-long control in your home, guaranteed. Ortho Home Defense Max. Kill bugs like a pro.
We all have internal plumbing, but for some of us, it can be a problem. You know, frequent, sudden bladder urges. You worry your pipes might leak, so it's hard to always do things spur of the moment. If you've had enough, talk to your doctor about taking care with Vesicare. Vesicare once a day can help control your bladder muscles so it can help reduce urges and leaks day and night. If you have certain types of stomach, urinary, or glaucoma problems, do not take Vesicare. While taking Vesicare, if you experience a serious allergic reaction, severe abdominal pain, or become constipated for 3 or more days, tell your doctor right away. Common side effects are dry mouth, constipation, blurred vision, and indigestion. Fewer urges, the chance to be more spontaneous. Vesicare can make a difference. Ask your doctor today about taking care with Vesicare.
Sure, a lot's changed over the years, but you two do have a groovy thing going on. Don't let erectile dysfunction get in the way. Viagra can help you enjoy a more satisfying sexual experience. America's most prescribed ED treatment is marking its 10th anniversary. Want to learn more? The facts are there to greet you at Viagra.com. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Don't take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease in vision or hearing. Ask your doctor if Viagra is right for you.
A shootout at the AT&T Classic at the TPC Sugarloaf. The final round tomorrow here on CBS Sports.
In a sign the American government expects to be holding terror suspects overseas for years to come, the U.S. reportedly plans to build a larger detention center in Afghanistan. Today's New York Times says the 40-acre complex would go up at the main U.S. base at Bagram, north of Kabul. At the U.S. military prison at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, charges were dropped this week against the alleged 20th hijacker in the 9/11 attacks. But 5 other detainees charged in the attacks will go on trial next month, even as the military commission system itself faces a Supreme Court challenge. Priya David has more.
Well, it's a permanent memorial.
Patricia Perry's street is named after her son, a New York police officer who was retiring on September 11th, 2001.
Filled out his retirement papers, handed in his badge, and the first plane went through Tower 1.
38-year-old John Perry rushed to Ground Zero and aided in the rescue until the second tower collapsed, killing him. His mother wants justice, but says it will not be delivered by the military trials of detainees at the U.S. base in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. She thinks the 270 men still there, captured overseas in the wake of 9/11, are being deprived of their rights.
They can't answer the charges that we've got for them. We have hearsay evidence, we'll use that and we'll convict them on that. Anything will work.
This week, the Pentagon announced it's pursuing the death penalty for 5 high-value detainees, including Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, considered the architect of the 9/11 plot, and others who allegedly trained and financed the 19 hijackers.
I think these are political show trials.
The Center for Constitutional Rights says unlike criminal courts, the military commissions do not allow defendants to call their own witnesses and do allow coerced confessions to be used.
It's simply illegal to torture people and then use the evidence obtained through that torture to convict them or to convict anybody else.
The former Pentagon official in charge of detainee affairs says it would be better not to use such evidence, but he thinks military commissions and the Guantanamo detention facility itself are vital to our national security.
The importance of them is criminal accountability for horrific war crimes.
But 6 years after detainees first arrived at Guantanamo, not one has stood trial.
Anyone who is in Guantanamo or is being held by the U.S. has a right to either be charged and tried or released.
That is a criminal law, domestic criminal law concept. Under the law of armed conflict, the law of war, you can hold them for the duration of the conflict.
Patricia Perry says she's not looking for revenge.
It's easy to be emotional and want to hurt somebody who has wronged you. But you have to make sure you get the right person. So it has to be fair.
The Pentagon has scheduled arraignments for Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and the other 9/11 detainees for early next month. Later in June, the Supreme Court will weigh in on whether the military commissions are constitutional. But time may be running out for the Bush administration, Russ, because all 3 presidential candidates have vowed to close Guantanamo.
Priya David, thank you so much. Just ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News, one unexpected reason the price of corn is soaring.
Try a bowl of Trail Mix Crunch cereal and start your day with the great taste of Trail Mix. It's sure to wake up the trailblazer in you. The trail starts here.
Impressive resume. I see you're flatulent in 3 languages, graduated top of your gas.
Got gas on your mind?
Your son Rip is on line toot.
Try Gas X, powerful relief from pressure and bloating in a fast-dissolving strip. Gas X, pressure's off.
It's time to jumpstart the geraniums and dial up the daisies. It's time to get outside and grow something. It's time to feed your dreams and make what's yours, yours. Miracle Grow Liquid Feed Advance. It's grow time.
Are you like me? I have high blood pressure and I have high cholesterol.
But he treats both with one pill.
Catawit makes it easier to manage my 2 conditions. Catawit contains 2 proven medicines, one for lowering high blood pressure, the other for lowering high cholesterol, combined in one pill. Catawit. That works for me.
Catawit is one of many treatment options, in addition to diet and exercise that he discussed with his doctor.
Catawit is not for everyone. It's not for people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. To check for liver problems, you need simple blood tests. Tell your doctor about any heart problems and all other medications you are taking, or if you experience muscle pain or weakness, as they may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect. Along with diet and exercise, Catawit effectively lowers both high blood pressure and high cholesterol. 2 medicines, 1 pill. Ask your doctor if Catawit is right for you.
Nasal allergy symptoms like congestion can occur at any time, and it's hard to avoid the things that cause them. Prescription Nasonex helps relieve nasal allergy symptoms like congestion. Maybe that's why 6 million nasal allergy sufferers used Nasonex last year.
Side effects were generally mild and included headache, viral infection, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing.
For more information, talk to your doctor and ask if Nasonex is the one for you.
Republicans in turmoil and the Dream Ticket. Will Democrats take the race to the convention? Mario Cuomo and Governor Charlie Crist face the nation Sunday.
The NAACP today chose former publisher Ben Jealous as its new president. Jealous is 35 years old and a former Rhodes Scholar. He is pledging to attract more young people to the 99-year-old civil rights organization, which has suffered membership losses over the past several years. Families struggling to keep up with the rising food prices can expect to suffer another blow to their wallets, this time from the weather. As Cynthia Bowers reports from the Farm Belt, the corn is nowhere near as high as an elephant's eye.
Need my waders on.
By this time of year, Iowa corn farmer Tim Recker should be in the fields, if not 24/7, then close to it.
There should be a lot of activity and a lot of dust, and we have neither.
That's because unrelenting rain has left the ground so saturated across much of the Corn Belt, planting season has had to be put on hold.
This machine should be working today, and because of the rain, we're not. And when you look at it, the tires are caked with mud.
According to USDA estimates released this week, only about half the nation's 86 million acre corn crop has been planted. The average is 77%, so right now they're more than 20 million acres behind schedule. And when it comes to corn, timing matters a lot. Midwestern corn planted after mid-May tends to produce fewer bushels per acre. Already, speculation about a less than stellar harvest has sent corn prices soaring to record highs. And it could go still higher, given increased demand for corn for ethanol, for livestock feed, and for food in the developing world. It's a pinch sure to be felt at the grocery store. Back on the farms, what should be the best of times is enough to give a guy heartburn.
You say you feel extra pressure this year. Why is that?
Because the demand for our product is here, that we have to produce, and we have to produce at record rates.
But before he can even think about meeting those growing expectations, he has a crop he has to get in the ground. Cynthia Bowers, CBS News, Arlington, Iowa.
In sports, Kentucky Derby winner Big Brown is on track to become racing's first Triple Crown winner in 30 years. Big Brown cruised to an easy victory in the Preakness, the second jewel in the crown, and will be favored to win the Belmont Stakes in 3 weeks. Macho again took second, and Ichabod Crane was third. Coming up on tonight's CBS Evening News, giving away the bride from the other side of the world.
How do the professionals fight bugs? They put down a barrier that stops them dead. Now you can too. Presenting Ortho Home Defense Max. Now one easy application inside and out controls bugs for up to 12 full months. Ortho forms a barrier, killing the bugs you have, stopping new ones from coming in. For year-long control in your home, guaranteed. Ortho Home Defense Max. Kill bugs like a pro.
For every romantic moment, there's a way it can be interrupted.
Emergency home repair. A surprise visit home from college. Unexpected guests.
But guys with ED can relax because there's Cialis. Cialis is the only erectile dysfunction tablet clinically proven to both go to work fast in as little as 30 minutes for some men and work up to 36 hours. No other ED tablet can do both.
Sure, Cialis can work fast, but having up to 36 hours is a great option.
And with Cialis, I can respond to her only when we're finally ready.
Tell your doctor about your medical condition and all medications, and ask if you're healthy enough for sexual activity. Don't take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help if you experience an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease in hearing or vision, stop taking Cialis and call your doctor right away.
Why ask your doctor about Cialis? Because when the moment is right, you can be ready.
Want to know a secret? Some grown-ups don't eat all their vegetables. Some adults don't start their day with breakfast. And there are even some otherwise intelligent people who don't always eat right. For all of you, there's Ensure, complete balanced nutrition shakes loaded with food, energy, and 24 vitamins and minerals. So even if you don't always eat right, you can still eat smart. Drink Ensure in 5 irresistible flavors. It's nutrition for a healthier you.
It seems so exceptional that things just work out after all. It's just another ordinary miracle today.
You give your time to others. CVS pharmacists do the same for you, with answers and advice about prescriptions and over-the-counter medications. And with 6,300 stores nationwide, many open 24 hours, we're always there when you need us. CVS Pharmacy, for all the ways you care.
Flame retardants are everywhere in your home. They're keeping your family safe, but are they also making them sick? Our exclusive report, Monday on the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric.
Finally tonight, of course, deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan put plenty of strain on military families. And those families, in turn, are always looking for ways to ease the burden. John Blackstone tells us how one creative dad in uniform made himself a part of his daughter's wedding from afar.
At the airport on his way to Iraq, Master Sergeant Kerry Miller took his daughter Kristen in his arms and danced. It was the father-daughter wedding dance he wouldn't be there for.
I was going to miss my daughter's wedding, and that struck really deep in my heart.
The Army Reserve gave Miller just 2 weeks' notice that he had to deploy. He would miss the wedding Kristen and fiancé Dustin Lyon had been planning for over a year.
It knocked everything out of me.
He's getting deployed in just a couple weeks. Do we put it off?
One reason they couldn't put it off, Kristen's mother, Robin, is also in the military and may be deployed soon after her husband returns. That's when technology and ingenuity came to the rescue. On the wedding day, Kerry was there, at least as a life-size cardboard cutout.
Your wedding family pictures, that's never going to be done again. And so being able to see him standing there is really cool.
And they hope to have Kerry there live as well, by webcam, over the internet.
4 hours before the wedding's supposed to kick off, I'm running around the post trying to find somehow I can get on the internet to watch my daughter's wedding.
It was about to pull my hair out. I mean, I didn't want to walk down the aisle until it was finally set up.
They were 30 minutes late and had to start.
When I finally was told, okay, we're going, I didn't know if they had him or not.
She walked down the aisle with her grandfather, wondering if her father was able to watch.
Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
From 7,000 miles away, a barely audible Kerry responded.
Her mother and I. Her mother and I.
And then it was like, okay, my stomach dropped.
You may kiss your bride.
And while he couldn't be there for the party, everyone else could watch as the proud father took his little girl in his arms and danced. John Blackstone, CBS News, San Francisco.
And that's the CBS Evening News. Later on CBS, 48 Hours Mystery. Thanks for joining us this Saturday evening. I'm Russ Mitchell, CBS News, New York. See you tomorrow night. Good night.
The capital of Germany is now the capital of design. Lights, camera, action. The spotlight is on design this Sunday morning from Berlin.
CBS News. Experience you can trust.
Middle Tennessee's top-selling Nissan dealer knows that to earn your business, we have to do more. That's why Nissan of Rivergate includes Power Life powertrain coverage for as long as you own your new Nissan. That's why we have our largest selection ever of new Nissans. That's why the Superstore never charges dock fees or has any hidden charges whatsoever. We sell more Nissans because our prices and service can't be beat. If you want more, if you want to really pay less, if you want a dealer who's ready to earn your business, come to the Nissan of Rivergate Superstore, where you always get more and give less.
A whistleblower talks only to News Channel 5's Bill Williams, Monday at 6.
A boat fire at a West Nashville marina sends emergency crews scrambling and sends the boat straight to the bottom. I'm Brent Frazier. That story in a live report.
Also for you tonight, the state looking for new advice on a buyout plan for state employees. Your tax dollars are paying for it.
And we are in Las Vegas as country music stars get ready for the Academy of Country Music Awards.
And chilly conditions this morning with all the sunshine we've had. Temperatures warmed up nicely, but more changes again in store for us as we head into your Sunday. The news starts now.
Live with breaking news from your news and information leader.